So there you go, there is our weathering wash all nicely done. Hopefully you could see, you know, how it's just gone nicely into those recessed panel lines and everything. So that was using the weathering pastel set by Mr. Hobby. Really nice weathering pastels, like pigments kind of thing. I just find them more finer and a bit more sort of a higher quality, and they do seem to go down a little bit nicer and better. Now I want to do some more weathering. This is going to be a nice quick easy one as well. Mr. Hobby, I know I'm going on about Mr. Hobby a bit, but you know, we've had some new stuff in and I'm trying them out. These weathering type, they call them Mr. Weathering liners, but they're kind of like a weathering pencil, a little bit like what AK did, but they're a little bit different, work a little bit differently. So I suppose it's another one of those things in your arsenal. I'll just show you how to quickly use them. So the way these ones work, right, I know with a lot of sort of streaking effects, it's sort of like this first stage where you apply the streak doesn't have to be so neat, and you kind of you know, feather it in and everything afterwards. But with these, you kind of, it's at this stage where you sort of literally make the streak. So what I'm going to do here is just got to be careful. See, I've kind of messed that up. See if I can rub that out with my glove on. Right, but you want sort of like your streaks to just be quite nice to start with, which I'm not sort of getting there quite. Let's just make some more. You just want a fairly nice streak to start with, pretty sort of sharp, right? And what you basically do is you come along with a cotton wool bud and you just sort of lightly rub at it, right? And the whole idea is this sort of fades it out a little bit, and you sort of blend it very slightly. And this one I didn't do quite well because it's at a bit of an angle, so I'm probably just going to completely try and remove that, although I have got a little, ended up with a little streak with that one actually, so I'm quite sort of happy with that. But yeah, and there's loads and loads of different colours, and we can put little streaks here where you would sort of see. Again, you've got to be good at this starting phase with these. Right, maybe another little one just there. Right, and hopefully what you're basically doing and seeing is it's just a little bit of a feathering in after you've actually kind of drawn it on. If you do keep rubbing at them, they will eventually disappear, and I don't want that one to get quite to the edge, so I'm just going to give it a bit of a hard rub. Right, and there we go. It puts these sort of nice little faint kind of little streaks just in there. Hopefully you can see the ones I've done there. Couple off camera I did sort of like one here, a bit of a couple of streaks, you know. I kept on going across it a few times, and as you can see, nice sort of quick easy streaks. No need to get out solutions or anything like that, or any sort of blending and waiting for things to dry. So they are quite quicker and easier. You kind of get more of a sharper streak, hopefully, as you can see there. So it's a little bit different way of doing it, a little bit of a different sort of result compared to using streaking products by, say, AK or Ammo or the pencils or oils, right? A little bit different, but I do like to try something different, and it gives you a slightly different result. Now I'm going to also come in, because these things are always just so easy. It's the Tamiya Weathering Masters sets as well. These are also, again, there's no need to go off and, you know, use thinners and all that kind of stuff to sort of blend it in. I mean, it's just literally just slap it down. So for instance, you know, we've got, I do like to use the rust one. I know it says it's a rust color, but it does kind of turn out to be almost like an oily color. So you get these little kind of makeup brushes, and we can just rub into there, right? And you can just pretty much sort of wherever you want, you know, maybe kind of throw some streaks. Now these ones are really sort of easy because you keep going with it, and as you keep streaking, hopefully you can see you're just building up this kind of oily grease stain just there. I suppose another thing would be, have I got a we got like our streak just there that we did with the weathering liners, but you could go on top of this with this one as well, just to give it, you know, you know, sort of like a feathered out bit, as you can see, and then the hard streak in the middle, if you want to sort of, you know, kind of combine them both together. Also good, you know, we've got a black in here, and we can also do the same with, say, the exhaust area sort of here, but maybe using black or something. I actually kind of like to come in with the rust a bit, and then sort of put some black on top sometimes, depending. Oh, and I've made a little bit of a mistake just there. I don't want that, so we'll just rub that out, and it's really easy just to kind of rub them out. I mean, take a little bit of rubbing, maybe slightly moisten it. Cotton wool bird, as you can see, can wipe up mistakes, or even you could use a cotton wool bud to sort of, maybe that's a little bit heavy, so maybe we could just maybe try and blend that in a little bit more and feather it out and lighten it up. Right, but you know, be careful, because you keep rubbing at it, it'll eventually disappear. But yeah, we've sort of knocked that back a bit. Hopefully you could see it's not as pronounced. If I keep going, it'll disappear. And there we go. Nice sort of little weathering things, and I think we're going to kind of leave it there. I know you could, if you wanted to, sort of go off and add things like pigments to, say, this area, or chipping or anything like that, but as I say, I wanted to keep this a quick, easy, fun build, so I'm probably going to leave the weathering at that now, and we can start actually putting this all together and doing the final bits on it.